Well, hey there, and hi there, and oh, there again, internet. Oy. Say what you will about Cycle Gear and their brand of apparel, I suppose would be the best way to call it. Their return policy, at least, is really generous. It's like Walmart back in the days when Walmart was spreading across the globe and, hey, you didn't buy it here? That's right, you can still return it here. You know, those halcyon days of when you were going to return anything at all to Walmart, and if it had a skew in their system, they would take it back. Sadly, my hot wired jacket decided to no longer be functional to me. It's been giving me kind of fits and spurts, and we had done an East Coast reconnaissance ride, the very first one, and it was not overly warm that day. I think we hit a high of 60, maybe. I think by the end of the ride we were at 60. And so, I don't know, it was in the 40s when I left the house anyway. So I was running the jacket, and I had the jacket on the whole time. I mean, on my body, not actually turned on, because there's no point in taking it off. It was a pretty long ride. It was 70 miles we did for the recon ride. And unfortunately, right where the little barrel connector is that connects to the glove part, it comes out like down the sleeve, and it's right there. It's built into the jacket. There's no replacing this part. It just kind of exists, right? Where the plug itself had opened up, and it didn't seem to affect anything at first, and so I kind of let it go. And I've been blowing fuses to the power connectory thingy that goes to the battery. And I thought, I wonder if that's got anything to do with it. But it's still, after I replace the fuse, it still functioned correctly. Until this week, where I was bopping down the road, gloves are on, reach down, turn the jacket on, pop! Because it was 37 degrees when I left the house. Just so I could ride in the 60 and almost 70 degree weather we had this week. So I pull over, I'm like, frickin' son of a... I pull the rear seat off, which I can do without tools. I've made modifications so I can do that. And get the seat off, replace the fuse, and I thought, I will be smart this time, and I will go with a 20 amp fuse because these 15 amps keep blowing. That was the second dumb thing I had done that day. The first was believing that my little electrical tape fix on the barrel connector thing had worked. So I get the gloves connected back up to the jacket. I plug everything back in. I look at because when you plug the gloves into a power source, the little buttons on them briefly light up to show you, hey, I am functional. The left glove, it lit up. I'm like, oh good. I look at the right one. It didn't turn on. And then have you ever been bit by a fire ant or stung by a wasp on an extremity? Where it doesn't hurt right away, but then the pain just kind of gravitates out from the wound rather quickly. That happened. I started to feel a burning sensation start running up my arm. It started at my wrist, and it kind of started climbing up my arm to my shoulder. And I am whipping around my right arm trying to get the glove off, and I ended up yanking the cord that connects the coat to the bike, which connects to the gloves, and thankfully I had done that in my panic to get the damn glove off, because it wasn't the glove that was the problem. It was the wire connected to the damn glove in the coat itself. It had shorted out and had gone to, well, I'm going to pull as much amps as I can before I blow this fucking fuse. Because apparently 15 amp is just right on the cusp of, yep, I can do that. 20 amp is, I will take all the battery can take. Fuck you, guy. in your grass on the damn road. I'm sure if anyone had been at the fire station that I had stopped at to witness my antics, would have been laughing their asses off. Look at this fool in that jacket doing whatever the hell's going on there. I bet he's on drugs. Now, I will ride in 50 degrees with no heated gear, because the gear that I have works to about 50 degrees without running heat to it. But 37 degrees, nuh-uh. I'm not spending an hour and 20 on the bike in 30s without some damn heat. It's not happening. So I have to whip myself back to the house, get everything transferred back to the car, forget my phone, have to turn around and go back to the house. Can't find the phone because it fell off the couch into the crack from hell of the couch. Just, oh my God, it was like the day that I couldn't leave the house. I tell you all that to tell you that what I appreciate about the Sidisi brand and the Cycle Gear branded stuff, and maybe it's just Cycle Gear if they sell it in general. I stroll into the store yesterday and say, hey, and I tell them a very brief version of the story I just mentioned. And the guy's like, yep, here, I'll replace it. And they're supposed to have one in stock. The computer system says, yep, we got it. The dude couldn't find it. But that's okay, because there's one in Virginia that's shipping down to my store, and they'll call me this week when it's in. Awesome. I do indeed like that. I love the fact that they will just say, hey, we don't care when you bought it, we don't care how you got it. If it's something we sell and it broke, stop on by and we'll replace it. That's pretty awesome. You don't see that a whole lot anymore, really anywhere. So kudos to Cycle Gear. Even though, you know, the Sidisi brand's kind of the red-headed stepchild of the world. That's it. So, you know, you can always debate well, it should have lasted longer. I guess so. What are you going to do, though? I mean, gear wears out. And you just kind of deal with it. So I guess until the next time, internets, later days.